What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. I am going to take you on a day in my life. We're on the second coffee already at 6 a.m. We got group class coming up here shortly. I'm going to show you some group class. I'm going to show you some client work. I'm going to show you some content that we're getting recorded. We got a podcast going on today. A lot of fun stuff. So stick around for all the good stuff. Let's get into the day. Let's go. So group class is something that we run with our clients. The main focus is on helping them get strong. One of the big things we were realizing in the health space, physiotherapy specifically, is people would get to the end of their rehab and then have no real guidance or anywhere to go from there. And so that's why we implemented our group strength class here at the Movement. It's all about getting strong. It's been really cool to implement this program. We've been running it for about 3 years now, and we got really, really good retention. We have people that have stuck with us for 3 years. We have people that have been here for 2 years. And a lot of these people are new to strength training, never really used a barbell, and now they're deadlifting, squatting, and actually getting like really strong. So it's super cool to watch the progress. Like, obviously people getting strong is super important. We know all the benefits of that, but even more than that, just to watch the confidence these people have in themselves, in their bodies, in what they're capable of doing is probably one of the coolest and most rewarding things of what I get to do. Rehab is awesome. I love getting people back from injury, but being able to watch someone go from an injury all the way to like completely thriving and taking control of their health is basically one of the missions that we're on here at the Movement. And I've been saying this a lot this weekend, that is that injury can be the catalyst for taking control of your health. And that's why we have these options. Group class wrapped up. Awesome session today. Like I said before, this is one of my favorite things to do at the Movement, is lead these classes. I really truly think we're at a time in our understanding of the benefits of strength training that I no longer can't say that every single person should be lifting weights and lifting heavy weights progressively to build strength. The support and the research behind doing that is so huge to lifespan, to reducing, future injuries, to bone health, to just general happiness. I swear, the stronger you are, the healthier you are, the happier you're gonna be. So if you're watching this and you're looking for an entry point into strength training, find it, reach out to someone reach out to me, even if you're not local. Let's get you lifting some heavy weights. On that note, I am going to get in my training session now, as I have a bit of a gap before we get into some client work. So I'm gonna get changed and I'm gonna take you guys through the workout, give you a little update on what I've been doing. So let's do it. All right, guys, on the docket today, kicking things off with some zone 2 on the bike. Probably gonna aim for about 30 minutes here, trying to keep my heart rate probably within like a 120, 130. And then we're gonna do a little bit of strength work. Nothing crazy today. How my workouts have been breaking down lately is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm trying to get in like a zone 2 session in the morning, strength session in the afternoon, and then typically Tuesday, Thursday would be a little bit of a strength session as well. And then if I can get to some cardio, I will. Significantly less training than I've done in a really long time. I've also stopped running for the time being. I've shared a little bit about going through an injury, still dealing with that a little bit, and I was just getting to a point where I was frustrating myself. I wasn't running the way that I wanted to be running, so I wasn't enjoying that. My leg was bothering me a little bit, so it's kind of half in, half out of the rehab, getting frustrated that it wasn't getting better, and I just wanted to not put so much pressure on myself, to push the running, give myself some space to just train, feel good, let things recover, and then slowly reintroduce running with no expectation. I think for me, my mind gets a little messed up because I'm so used to the last year running, 15, 17, 20, 25K long runs that I get confused that I haven't run that far in a while. So 15K long run, although it's not that long when I was training for a marathon, it's long now. And I think I was running into the trouble of overdoing it a little bit. So we're gonna pull the plug on the running for a little bit, let things calm down, and then slowly reintroduce them. In the meantime, I'm starting some hybrid training. So I'm gonna be working with Coach Mike. He runs Holistic Athlete Consulting, coaches a lot of hyrox athletes. He's a super elite hyrox athlete himself. I'm gonna be working with him on building up some endurance, some strength to eventually do a hyrox competition. Super stoked about that. Something that I've had my eye on for a while. So finally stepping into that is super cool. And that means that I'm gonna try to bring you guys some of that training as well. So yeah, we're gonna get this bike ride in. We'll get some strength training in. We'll have a good time. Let's do it. Hey, this is good timing. I'm making a vlog.
Are you?
Can you give my vlog an update on your 50K training?
I'm running today.
There you go.
Done about a month of training so far. So just working on building up the volume pretty much right now. Had to do a couple of treadmill runs this week. Not the biggest fan, but it's gotta be done. And no complaints, at least we have one. We can do it, so did that. What else? Had a week of pneumonia where I had to kind of pull back, so coming back from that, but it's going well so far.
Well,
anything else I can update on?
That is enough updates. I appreciate you sharing.
We're gonna try a new gel this weekend.
Ooh.
The Dalton's letting me try one of his precision nutrition gels. So I've historically just used the Goose as the Morton gels. I really don't like the texture, so we'll see how it goes. Let me know if you guys are team Morton or team precision if you're runners, endurance athletes. I agree with Will. I think Mortons are nasty. I prefer precision, but let me know what you guys think. Also, if you don't know who Will is my business partner, one of my good friends. Started the Movement Instagram page when we were in physio school, grew it into the business, all that great stuff. He's training for his first 50K. I've told you guys this before, but we're trying to up our YouTube channel for the Movement. We've been documenting that process. So if you're watching this and you've never seen any of the Movement YouTube stuff, head over there, check it out. We have a video of Will sharing why he's doing the 50K, a little intro. We're gonna have him documenting a strength training session, which you guys should check out, fueling, all that fun stuff. So head over to the Movement YouTube channel, check it out, subscribe to this channel. Lots of good stuff. All right, guys, so for the workout today, I was kicking things off with box squats. I have been slowly building myself back up following the injury in the marathon. Today we didn't build super heavy, just knowing that I had a busy, quick day. I had to get this workout in. I think I worked up to 155. We've been actually getting hammered with snow here in Canada. Surprise, surprise. So here's a little shot of how much snow that we got. Then we transitioned into some single leg glute bridges. I've talked about this plenty of times on this channel, but building up your hamstring strength as a runner and anyone in general is so important. If you've never done an elevated glute bridge, I highly recommend. And then if you add a 10-second pause at the top of the rep, it's gonna be a nice little fun way to finish off that set. The last thing that I wrapped up with was sled pushes. I know I've been talking a bit about hyrox here, so I'm going to get into some hyrox. So one, just getting used to pushing sleds. Two, sleds are a great way to load the lower body, but not overly tax the system, able to build up pretty heavy. But yeah, that's gonna wrap up the workout super quick today. You just gotta post and people get to see, yeah, we do.
All right, guys, so workout is complete. Not a crazy long session, but just enough to get the body going. Good zone 2 cardio, all that great stuff. I have about 15 minutes before I dive into 2 client sessions. So I'm going to try to bang out some work that I need to get done. I do a lot of the marketing and sales here at the movement, content creation, putting that content out. So what I'm going to do now for the next little bit is get our content ready to go for next week. So what we'll be posting on Instagram on the movement's page, what we'll be posting on our YouTube channel. I'll probably edit a little bit to get that stuff ready to go, get it all set up. The other thing that I've been doing a lot is putting together some blogs to put out on our website. If you guys are, into business related stuff, SEO is something that we're looking at improving here at the movement over the next couple months to improve our organic search. We think there's a lot of opportunity for us to improve that. We do it pretty well already, but something we haven't really focused a ton on in the last, 6 to 8 months. So that's something that we're going to focus on. So I'm going to dive into that for the next, 50 minutes. Then we're going to have 2 client sessions, have a little lunch, and then I'm recording a full assessment. So for content purposes, we're going to put it out on our YouTube channel. So I have that coming. We'll have our videographer Matt come in and film that as I do it. And then I'm doing a podcast at the end of the day with my friend Connor. So we do a podcast called the Move Local Podcast, where we interview local business owners, get to know them, hear their story, share it out with the world. So this is, we're starting to put together some episodes for the season of that podcast. So have that coming in. So we'll show you a little bit of behind the scenes of that podcast as well. So stick around. I'm going to get some work done, sip some coffee. Show you a little bit of a sneak peek of what we've been working on. So you saw Will, my business partner, talking about running, and I told you about his 50K series. So I'm just finishing up editing the second video of the series where we go through some strength training with him.
I actually have some things to plug on these videos. I'm still working on my ability to do this, but we do have an 8-week strength program for runners made by runners. It is free 99. So he's been working on his YouTube game, which is awesome. But I'm super stoked about this series. It's documenting his whole process to his first 50K. We've wanted to do this for a while, so it's cool to see it come to life. So check out the Movement YouTube channel. Go check out that series. Show Will some love. I think he'd really appreciate it. I would appreciate it for him. So check it out. Wrapped up some of the work I had to check off the list, got out our newsletter, sent out a couple other emails to our email list, and now I got to jump into client work. Unfortunately, I probably won't be able to show you too much of this just with our our client confidentiality, but I have 2 people. One person is a meniscal related injury that we've been working on for the last 4 or 5 months, and then the other person is someone who's had hip pain, sciatic pain. I've been working with this individual for 4 months now, and they're the best. They're like 65, 66 years old, and they love to get after it. So some good sessions coming up. Unfortunately, I won't be able to show you, but stay tuned because I will be able to show you some content from the assessment that I'm filming as well as the podcast. So got some good stuff coming up. We'll see you guys on the other side. All right, guys, just wrapped up my sessions. They went really well. But I want to share a little story with you. This is on par with what I've been talking about today. So my client that I was just hyping up, he's the 65, 66 plus year old dude who's like strong, strength training, walking 4 miles every day, golfing, all this stuff. He came in today and told me that he's had a bit of a rough go. He got sick, got a virus, and then got an infection that ended up putting him on bed rest for like 10 days. Which is a crazy amount of time for anyone to go on bed rest, but for someone of that age. And he shared with me, and he's getting pretty emotional about this, that, and he said this, not me, that, probably one of the only reasons why he was able to make it through that based off of where he was the fact that he was strong and healthy. He told me he's lost about 15 pounds, which a lot of that is probably muscle. And that if it wasn't for that,
it might have been a bit of a different story. And I think this is just a great example of highlighting what I've been talking about with group class, and why I think we can't not say anymore that everyone needs to be strength training. It can literally save your life. And this isn't the first example that I've heard of this. And so like, this kind of stuff really fires me up, and it makes me excited and proud of like what we're doing here at the movement, because we are really focusing on trying to help people take control of their health. It's bigger than reducing your pain. It's bigger than overcoming an injury. It's using injury as a catalyst to take control of your health. It's using us to help you take control of your health. Maybe you don't have to have an injury, but you're trying to figure out how to strength train or move your body or get more mobile. Like that kind of stuff is so important. And so when I hear stories about that, one, I get excited that he was able to put the work in to allow himself to get through that. And now he's going to get back on track and do his thing. It also fires me up because I want to keep helping more people like my client do that and keep them training and keep them healthy as they go through their challenges, so that this kind of stuff doesn't happen. So I just want to share that with you guys. Super fired up about it. I'm going to grab some food because I'm starving. So we'll do that. Got more to come. Let's do it. Guys, I absolutely destroyed my lunch and got talking to Jess, so I didn't get much video evidence of that, but I have been changing up my nutrition a little bit, trying to dial that in following the marathon where I was eating a shit ton of carbs and food, and I've actually gone back to doing a little bit of fasting, which, you know, full disclosure, this is not for everyone. I don't do this all the time, but I actually used to be very large. If you guys didn't know that, I used to be about 260 pounds. And following my football career, I lost a ton of weight. And one way that I did that was implementing fasting. Now, for me, it worked at the time. I transitioned away from it, focused more on fueling my body through macronutrients and performance, do that for my marathons. Now that I'm kind of out of that and I'm trying to just maintain, a good amount of calories coming in, I've started to implement fasting back in just to get those things, to get my hunger cues and everything back under control. I always found that to be really helpful for me. And I actually like not eating right when I wake up. I feel like I'm always forcing my breakfast a lot of times. So I've just been pushing that back later and later. And a lot of times I actually feel a lot more clear in my thoughts and my productivity in the morning when I'm not eating breakfast. Now, again, that's just for me. This isn't something that I'm going to do long term, but it's something that I've been doing and playing with, and it's been helping me quite a bit. So not a nutritionist by any means, but I've kind of been through the ups and the downs with nutrition, learned a thing or two. Again, I lost a ton of weight, probably like, 60, 70 pounds of weight over my time, from 260 down to I'm probably around 195, 200 pounds right now. At the lightest, I weighed 185 pounds. So I've fluctuated quite a bit with a lot of the things that I'm doing, but just want to share that with you guys. The other thing is I'm preparing a little bit for the podcast that I have coming up with my friend Connor. He's a personal trainer and nutrition coach through his business. So I'm looking forward to sitting down and talk to him about, his mindset around personal training, nutrition, entrepreneurship, all the things that I love. Connor loves. He loves football. I love football. So we're good friends. It's also going to be fun to sit down and chat with him about all the stuff that we enjoy. So we're going to do that shortly.
A big thing I try to convince people to do is stick with whatever you're going to do for a period of time. And I usually find like 3 months is a good amount of time, right? It allows you to reestablish good habits and break old ones. And it also allows you to see some sort of result from what you're doing. So I think I want to be there with people through all of them, and not just when they're in that motivated stage, I guess, right? Like I have a passion to help people through the lows and the highs, and actually help them, accomplish their potential. That's why my brand is C Potential, right? Obviously I changed the C from C-S-E-E to C because of my first name, Connor, but like...
Oh, that's why I did it.
Yeah, that's why. You didn't know that till right now? Are you serious?
No, obviously
okay. I was gonna say. So,
what does move local mean to you? Like when you hear those words, what does that mean to you?
Move local. I mean, what I would lean towards is.
All right, guys. So the day got very hectic. everything went super well. I had an awesome session with my client, which we recorded. I'm gonna try and drop some of that footage in here for you guys to see what we went through. I like to start these off is just have you go through your story. So kind of take it from, when it first started, what everything's relevant for me to know about you and your injury. And then after that, we'll pop out in the gym. We'll go through like a full movement strength assessment and kind of get a sense for where things are at. But
Okay.
yeah, take it away. How's this feeling?
Good. The back just feels a little tight.
Yeah, where do you feel that tightness?
I feel it like kind of my low back to mid back, right around this area here.
Let's try doing like a front foot elevated lunge
Okay.
stance, and let's try that.
And just drop back.
Yep. Go, 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 pull, hard, pull, and rest there. Rehab into 3 phases. Calm it down, build it up, and then bridge the gap. Bridging the gap between rehab and performance in your case is like hyrox. But we covered a lot of stuff. We got into a really good whiteboard session. I know my whiteboard skills aren't the most beautiful, but we got a lot of good info out for that. I really like to take my time and educate and explain to people what's going on so we can get them back to crushing their goals. And then the podcast with Connor went awesome. He's really good at telling stories and sharing his thoughts around fitness and health. So I think it'd actually be a really great podcast for you guys to check out. That is going to wrap up my day today. It was a busy day, but productive. One of the things that I really love about what I get to do is I get to mix both, treating people, helping them get back to what they love, crush their goals, but also do some of the other things that are super awesome and that I love to do, such as create content, podcast, do some marketing work for the business. So I've really gotten to mix a lot of cool things in my day, and that's something that, I've always really dreamed of when it came to, having my own business and career. So to be able to do that, although it's crazy and busy sometimes, it's good to reflect and be grateful that I get to do that on a daily basis. So thanks so much for tuning in, guys. I hope you enjoyed this day in the life of me sharing with you some business stuff, some clinical stuff, some content stuff. Hopefully I'll have some more training for you guys as I get into doing hyrox specific stuff. I'm also going to get back into some running. Hopefully my leg will hold up. But thanks so much for tuning in. If you guys aren't subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any episodes. Check me out on Instagram, check me out on Strava, all that fun stuff. Thanks for supporting me. Hope you guys are getting after it. Hope you're pushing it. And as always, I hope you're digging deep. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.